Nana Kwejo Opong. I am a broadcast journalist from TV Africa and a former student of University of Ghana. I am not asking a question. Mine is a contribution. I believe that beginning with the language barrier, language would not really be much of a barrier. The BBC, especially from my field, the BBC is the biggest broadcasting organization in the world, which produces news in over 200 languages, including Pidgin. All over the world, they do news in all other languages, and that is what makes them have that broad capacity and broad network. So to me, I don't believe, of course, the initial stage will be a little difficult, but I do not think it is really much of a big limitation. However, one professor spoke earlier about research, where government would have to make provisions for funds in order to help research. I mean, in case where, the government will have to, even if it doesn't have funds, it can appeal for funds from corporate entities or organizations. There's one thing I've come to realize from the little economics I studied at the university, that no one in this world does things for free. And as a layman would say, there's no free lunch. If any other economy invests in your local economy, they don't do it for free. You may not pay back, but they do it in such a way that we call it balance of payment deficits. They do it in such a way that no matter who you are, they give it to you for you to become more vulnerable, in the extent that you come back to them once again and ask for such funds. So when they give you the money, they teach you what you do with the money. For example, they ask you to build, of course, they would ask you to build schools, build roads, hospitals and all that. But there's a limitation. And that is what hinders our government in order to help. And then to broaden its fund in order to help other sectors in the economy. Moving away from that to the skills acquisition, where people believe that the university seems to acquire a lot of skills, and the university is supposed to train people. I believe that the university is supposed to help people acquire knowledge and then broaden the mind scope of individuals. However, in the working world today, if let's say graduate A and, two people go to an office and they have the same capabilities, of course, every entrepreneur will pick the first one who has a degree. If the second one doesn't have a degree, we don't look at the potential. We do not look at the talent. We come from a country where we consider you when you have that brand, when you are already furnished. So if you don't have that degree, you may not get such opportunities. And that is what is really compelling our parents to force us in order to get that kind of university degree. Not just our parents, but the system compels us in order to get that kind of education. So I don't believe that it's not possible. It is possible, but there are a lot of factors. The first thing comes from our mind scope. Today, University of Ghana has a partnership with Toyota Motor Corporation, and that began in 2019. In 2020, they said they're establishing their first assembling plant in Ghana, and they have begun. VW has also begun. Of course, it's going to help us in the funding sector and all that, but they just see our country, even though we see that we are in a deplorable state, excuse my language, but they still see us as a threat. Why? Because we have Kantanka. All over Africa, we have countries that have over 6 automobile manufacturing companies. Ghana has just one, and the whole of Africa, it is Kantanka that is the first. But we do not see that. We do not value it. We just believe that because Toyota is Toyota and it's arguably the largest auto manufacturer in the world, we just recognize it and we give them such opportunities. South Korea is a developed country due to just 4 companies: Hyundai, Kia, Samsung, and Lotte. 2 are from the automobile sector. The UK makes money from Rolls-Royce and Land Rover. Just a few little sectors, and that is what is generating a lot of funds for the economy. I believe that it begins with our mindset, and that's all I would have to say. Thank you.
Thank you.